Guys, good evening. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys had a great day today because I did. Yes, it was a long day, but then extremely challenging, extremely involving day. How about you guys? I hope you guys also had a great day today. Yes, we're approaching a weekend. So, is that are the weekend vibes kicking in already? Hi, so I already have Anuj and Aju here. Hello, Anuj. Hi, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. I hope you are also doing great. Hi, Aju. Good evening. Where's everyone else? Right, so we have a fun day planned today ahead, right? By fun, what we mean is more exciting questions from, CAT. Yes, today also we'll be looking some questions from time and work. And majorly we'll be looking at questions from 2018 and 2019. Yes, which is last year and the year before that. Yeah. So what I've done is I've collected all these questions from CAT from the last 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19, and I've split them by topic. So what we'll be doing now is we'll be looking at these questions topic wise. So what we're looking at today are more time and work questions. Yesterday, if you've attended yesterday's session or if you watched yesterday's session, yes, what we've done there was the part one of this entire thing where we dealt with questions from 2017 and 18. Today we'll be doing 18 and 19. Yes, will be the entire session will be in the same lines as the last session, right? We will have the procedure is going to be the same. We'd have a question thrown to you, right? I'd give you 90 seconds. 90 seconds is the approximate time that you received even in CAT, right? So I'd give you the 90 seconds that the question wants. Yes, and you would have to work that question out, get the answer, send me the answer. That's extremely important, guys, right? Because at this point in time, what we actually worry about is the amount of efforts. Yes, and unless you are planning on going beyond 100 percentage, then it's very difficult for you to get the score that you always wanted to, right? The first step towards achieving your score will always be the amount of efforts that you're ready to put in. Yes, and I would obviously want to know how much efforts you are ready to put in, and one way to do that is by communicating in the chat box, right? Great. Hi. So I have Girish. Hi, Girish. Hi, Vibhor. Hello, Shraddha. Great. So how was your day, guys? How was your day? I'd want to know a little bit about your day. How many are working individuals here? How many are working people who are employees or people who have their own stuff? Any entrepreneurs here? Because I understand with employees especially, it's like you have to complete working somewhere and then come and attend my session, right? And almost immediately. Yes, I understand that. And yeah, well, that's the life, right? That's the life you're planning on choosing. Yes, so this is going to continue at least till December, and we really hope that this entire pandemic situation does not push off the test dates. Yes, if they try to push it off, then kind of difficult for us to plan things ahead, or at least we should know beforehand, when are they planning on doing it, right? For now it seems like they'd probably not. Yes, so do not do not keep things hanging, guys. Don't be a cat on the wall, right? Start your preparation. If you haven't already started preparing, start your preparation, right? We are already in the fourth topic right now, right? We've already seen percentages, we've seen profit and loss, we've also seen mixtures, allegations, and averages. This is our fourth topic and something that we are about to finish, right? Time and work. Yes. Wow, great. So a lot of you are working. A lot of you are working. Ashish is working. Runa is working. Hello. Ashish, it's still okay. 4 to 6 hours of study. If you are able to, put in your 100% in those 4 to 6 hours, that I think should be way more than enough, right? Provided you put your 100 percentage, right? If you have divided concentration, if you're, If your mind is distracted, then it will be a little difficult, right? Great, great, superb. Hi, hello, hello, Vijay. Hi. Great, guys. Great. Hi, Anjali. Yeah, Anuj. Yes, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for reminding. Now, anyone who is new here, yes, anyone who is new here, I'd want you to know that we follow this culture that after we complete every question, yes, we try to celebrate in a small way, right? Our celebration is taking a sip of water. Yes, that's the kind of celebration we do. It does two things, right? One, obviously, the general fact that it helps our body hydrate and keeps our concentration on point, of course. Number two, the reason why I brought in this culture here is because you need to move on from the previous question, right? This happens a lot of time, especially when you're in a pressurized environment, right? When you're in an environment like when you take your actual cat, right? You need to forget what has happened in the previous question and start afresh with the next one, right? You have to start with a clean slate. You understand? You have to erase everything that's in the on your mind right now, and then move on to the next question. Only then you would be able to give your 100% there. Yes, great, super. Uh, Ashish, of course, Ashish, that's what we're doing. We're covering all sorts of questions, all types of questions, right? In fact, we're taking questions directly from previous year's CAT tests, right? So I can actually call it CATs because CAT itself has the word test in it, right? So I can call it CATs, yeah. So 3 years CATs we've taken and we've found questions, right, with regards to time and work. Yes. So what the plan here is to teach you a concept, right, probably in a class or two classes, and then start dealing with the questions. So that will give you some so I usually tell you guys, right? I usually tell you guys that in order to crack CAT, right? In order to, achieve the score that you've always wanted to, yes, you have to keep in mind three things, especially for quantitative aptitude. Thing number one is you have to keep in mind that the basic mathematics is extremely important. You ought to know basic mathematics. You cannot do without that, right? So if you do not know basic concepts of mathematics, then I'd advise you to go through that. Number two, the tricks and the strategies and the shortcuts, that is up to me, right? I'll make sure I teach you all the tricks, all the shortcuts, all the strategies. Yes. Number three would be your hard work, your persistence, right? The amount of practice that you are ready to do. Yes, because without practice, although you would know a concept and you would know how to put that in a question, but you'll not be able to do that in a tested environment, right? In an environment where there's time boundaries, the environment, the entire room would be with people who are completely anxious, completely nervous. So even if you are not very nervous, the moment you enter that environment, right, that negativity will start hitting you, and then you will get into that influence, right? So unless you practice a lot, you'll not be able to overcome that. Yes. Okay, great. Hi, hello, hello, Meenal. Are you I'm all new in this field. Okay, Meenal, this is your first session. Is that what you're saying? Hi, Jasmine is new as well. Great. Meenal, of course, that is what I am here for. That is what Unacademy's CAT is here for, right? To help you in whichever way possible, of course. Great, Ashish. Great. That is great thing to do. If you can practice something on your own, that is extremely commendable, right? That's what I want you to do, right? These sessions, guys. To be frank, every day 1.5 hours is actually not sufficient for you to crack that, right? This will help you get a push. This will help you, move a little towards the path, right? This will show you a direction, but this will not give you the, my job will be to ignite, right? My part would be that of an ignition, but then I cannot make sure that you go the entire way. Yes, you can't complete the entire journey with just this. Yes, so you have to put in some external efforts on your own, of course. Yes, great. Sumit is new, Ashish is new. Hello, hi Sumit, hi Ashish, welcome. No issues, no issues, Meenal. You'll have to first stop telling yourself that you are bad at math, right? Again, another practice that we've been doing from the first day. Never say that you are bad at something. Just say that you do not understand, especially when it comes to mathematics, right? Mathematics, people are not good or bad with it. It's just that they don't understand, right? So your first step would be to start understanding. Yeah. Great. Anuj, yes, of course. Sarvesh Verma's book is good. You can also, God himself, right? Arun Sharma's book is always there, right? You can always rely upon that as well. Great. Jasmine, yeah, it's good. It is good. It is when you ask if it is enough, it is enough if you want to, complete it, right? So if you intend on completing the entire book, practice every question in that, of course, any book is good. Yes. In fact, if you think your NCRT books, right? If you look at NCRT books from your, eighth grade, right? So eighth grade to 10th grade, that is also kind of sufficient. Yes, just that you have to know what kind of questions are asked, right? Great. I make note whatever I learn from you and then apply. Great, great, superb, superb, Ashish. It is so nice to hear that I am, a part of your daily schedule, which is very nice. Superb, guys, superb. Meenal, of course, I'd love to do that, right? So for us to have more conversations like that, right? More detailed, more individual conversations, right? What I'd suggest is that you guys quickly join this. If you haven't already joined, the platform, right? If you haven't already joined the platform, right, the Telegram app, we have a community there. We have almost about 150 people who have, been a part of it right now, right? If you also want to join it, all you have to do is download Telegram app, type in this web address on any of your browsers, tinyurl.com/unacademy chat. Just select on cat and you will be added in the group automatically, right? So in that group, we pass on any kind of information, all information sharing happens there. And also I am a part of that group, right? I'm one of the admins. You can any day, anytime, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. In fact, I do have a lot of, ongoing conversations, right, with a lot of you. Yes. If you have any questions, any confusions, I'm always there, right? Always you have to remember my name, Amit Surana. Yes. Great. Ishika, like I said, you can go with the standard materials that are available in the market, right? Arun Sharma's quantitative aptitude, you can go for that. Yes, blindly, I'd say you can go for that. If you're planning on buying something externally also, to be frank, CAT has been in the industry for so long that, everybody is now an expert at it, right? So you can probably go for any material. Yes. But to be frank, you can go for Arun Sharma's or you can go for Sarvesh's book as well, right? Sarvesh Verma's Quantum CAT. I understand. Ashish. Yes, that could happen sometimes, right? No worries, no worries. We've already covered a lot of time and work and all that, right? Time, speed, distance, ports and streams. We are planning on covering it as well, right? Hi, Rishikesh. Hello, good evening. Right. So if there's anyone who does not know me already, I don't know if I should introduce myself anymore because this is my 17th day here, right? But I still go ahead and do that. My name is Amit Surana. I am an aeronautical engineer from Chennai, and I have over 5 years of teaching experience, concentrated teaching of quantitative aptitude to over 5 lakh students who are now in a place that they always wanted to be. If you haven't already started sharing this on your social media platform, guys, quickly start doing that, right? If you're doing so, do not forget to use hashtag cat live daily. Yes, I want this going on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Please start doing that, guys. Yes, please start letting people know that apart from sharing recipes, apart from sharing, memes, you also do something productive. Yes. All right. So without any further ado, if you haven't already started, being a part of the Unacademy's Plus platform, right? Please, guys, start doing that. Yes, I'm telling you, this is worth every penny. In fact, every penny that you spend here is twice its worth. Yes. So if you haven't already done that, I usually suggest people to take up the 12-month one because that is the most feasible one, and also comparatively, it is also a little light on your pocket, right? So it's less than 1500 a month, and as an added advantage, you can also use this code Surana Live. Surana is my last name. Surana Live. If you use, you'd get a discount of 10% as well, right? Okay, so enough talking. Let's get into the business, right? Now, are you guys ready? I want to see some energy. Come on, guys. I want to see some energy. Yes, I want you to let me know that you want to deal with the first question, right? So I have a timer here. If you see the bottom right corner, there's a timer, right? The timer is set to 1 minute 30 seconds, that is 90 seconds. Yes. The moment the first question pops up, the timer will start. Yes. After 90 seconds, I mean, even before that, if you can come up with the answer, well and good, right? Come up with the answer within these 90 seconds. Let me know what the answer you've gotten. If you've gotten the answer, very good. Yes, if you haven't gotten the answer, even then let us know what the difficulties are that you're facing, right? And the more we communicate, yes, the better will be our learning curve. Yes, the curve will look better, right? So all right guys, great. Aju says he's Atmanirbhar, right? Vijay is on fire right now. Rishikesh is excited as well. So is Ashish. Great. No issues, Meenal. If you're not able to understand, do not worry, right? Meenal, all you have to do is contact me on Telegram, right? And we'll have a conversation there. Yes. Okay, great. Are you guys ready? Do you have everything that is required for this session, guys? Do you guys have a note and a pen, right? I would obviously suggest you maintain a note and not go with a sheet of paper, right? For obvious reasons, because the sheet of paper can be lost anywhere, right? Maintain a note. And the best thing that I want you to keep with you today is a water bottle, right? Because there's going to be a lot, to be frank, right? Today is going to be a lot, sweaty than yesterday, right? So you are, pura pani nikal dunga aaj main, right? The questions are from 2018's CAT, and you know for a fact that 2018's CAT was, especially the quantitative aptitude section, was comparatively more difficult than the others, right? Okay, so I'm going to put up the next question. Yes, I mean the first question. Yes, are you all ready? Great. Your 90 seconds have begun. Okay, all right. Ajju, you will need one can today, Ajju. I'm telling you. बड़ा वाला 20 लीटर वाला can you will need today, because आज questions थोड़े difficult हैं. Right, so this is a TITA question type. Type in the answer. Anyone who does not know, right? People who've come new, people who have not done enough research about it. Let me tell you, there are two types of questions that are asked: MCQ and TITA. MCQ would be with a question and would come along with 4 answer choices. TITA would be a question like this, just the question, and there'll be a text box right under that where you'll have to type in the answer. Guys, you have not more than 5 seconds left. All right, there we go. There we go. Your time is up, guys. Your time's up. Yes, your 90 seconds you've exhausted. I hope you have gotten the answer. Yes. The logic behind this is very simple, guys. This is very similar to some of the questions that we've seen yesterday. Yes. To be frank, a lot of questions in CAT 2018, 19, and 2017. Most of the questions have very similar pattern, right? And this is one of those. Chalo guys, come on, real quick. Tell me what your answer is. Yes. 90 seconds पक्का लगेगा ये question पे. This question is something that will eat up all 90 seconds of yours, right? In fact, a little more than that also. It's capable of doing that because there are no answer choices, right? Leaves you with no option than to actually solve it. Vibhor and Anuj's answer have come 10 hours, which is very good, very impressive. How about others? Others, it is okay. It is okay if you're not getting the right answer. Okay, sir, my answer is coming in pi and theta and degrees and all that. It is okay even if you get that answer. Still, what I care about is the amount of efforts that you're willing to put in, right? So do let me know. Do let me know what answer you've gotten, right? Great. Rishika has gotten 10 answers, 10 hours as well. Great, superb. Co-star movies. Answer bhej do bhai. If you have tried this question out, send the answer. If you haven't tried this out, if you're halfway there, also send the answer, right? Super. Sumit's answer is here as well. Great, great. How do you find this question, guys? How do you find this question? Do you think this question is something that cannot be solved in 90 seconds? Of course it can, right? Why? Because the basic concept here is what? Chain rule. Yes, if you remember the chain rule, if you do not know what the chain rule is, guys, I would seriously suggest you to go through part 2 of understanding time and work. Yes, that is 2 sessions before this, right? 2 videos before this. If you go through that, I've very patiently, very beautifully explained how to deal with questions that talk about different efficiencies and time. Yes, no issues, no issues, Meenal, no issues, Rush. No, no worry, no worries, right? Okay, let's look at this question first, right? A tank is fitted with pipes, some filling it and rest draining it. Okay, this is a general information, just giving us some background data, right? All filling pipes at the same rate, all draining pipes drain at the same rate, which means they're saying all draining pipes have the same efficiency, all filling pipes have the same efficiency, right? Okay. The empty tank gets completely filled in 6 hours when 6 filling and 5 draining pipes are on. Okay, so do you see here? The tank gets completely filled in 6 hours. So the time is what? 6 hours when there are 6 filling, which means there are 6 filling pipes and 5 draining pipes, right? When this is the case, what happens? The tank is filled in 6 hours. Yes, and you know that amount of efficiency, right? The number of efficiency, be it number of pipes or number of people into the time. This ratio should be maintained for every situation. So this should be equal to what? 60 hours, right? It takes 60 hours. Do you see the difference? 6 hours, 60 hours. Okay, 60 hours when 5 filling pipes and 6 draining pipes are opened. Yes. So see here, do you see? When the number of filling pipes come down, right? One reduced and one draining pipe increases. What happens? The time goes from 6 hours to 60 hours. So can I say the filling pipe has way more efficiency than the draining pipe? Yes. Now this information should be running in your subconscious mind. This may not be very helpful for the question, but it's very good to know this particular thing. Okay, now what does the question ask? This is very extremely important, guys, right? What does the question ask? In how many hours will the empty tank get completely filled when one draining pipe? So was the question asking? One draining pipe and 2 filling pipes are on. Yes, 2 filling pipes. How many days would it take, right? So what would be the value of this X? Now here guys, since the filling pipe and the draining pipe are not working towards the same thing, right? Since they are not working towards the same thing, what I have done is I have considered their efficiency, the draining pipe's efficiency, to be negative. Yes, so draining pipe's efficiency, I have considered it to be negative. Yeah. This should not change the fact, this should not change anything at all. Even in the equation, you would still get the same ratio, right? Just that if you consider it positive, then the ratio would also be in positive and so on, right? Nothing to worry about though. Ultimately, you would get the same ratio, right? The idea here is obviously to what? The idea here basically is to what? To find out one draining and 2 filling pipe, how many days, right? This is no different from other chain rule questions that we've seen so far, right? So let me solve this for you. First things first, guys. First things first, I always keep in mind to write what the expectation is of the question. On one corner, I usually use the left corner to do that because it's very easy for us to look, pay attention to the left corner, right? So in the left corner, what I've written is 2 filling pipes minus 1 draining pipes efficiency in X days. My task is to do what? Find out this X. Yes, how many days? X days, right? Okay, so let's look at the equations. What do we have? 6 filling pipes minus 5 draining pipes into 6 days should be equal to 60 days of 5 filling pipes minus 6 draining pipes, right? I'm using draining's efficiency to be negative, shouldn't make any difference. Before starting to multiply inside, we can try to simplify this a bit. 6 ones, 6 tens would be 60. Yes, so what do we have now? 6 filling minus 5 draining would be what? 10 into 5, 50 filling, and 10 into 6, 60 draining. Yes. Now I want to find the ratio, or I want to find the relationship between the filling pipe and the draining pipe. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put all the filling pipes on one side and draining pipes on the other. So what happens? 6 filling pipes. If it goes there, 50 minus 6 would become 44 filling pipes. And here, when this comes here, what happens? 55 draining pipes, right? So what do we know? 44 filling pipes is equal to 55 draining pipes in terms of efficiency. Yes. Or what do we know? 4 filling pipes are equal to 5 draining pipes. Yes. Now, after we found this, right? After we have found this, what we can do is, assume, instead of dealing now with, unknown efficiencies, if you assume the draining pipes efficiency to be 4, then what will be the filling pipes efficiency? 5. Yes, because the ratio is what? Filling is to draining, ratio is what? 5 is to 4. Yes. So draining 4 units, or in this case, let's say 4 liters per hour, or 4 liters per hour is given to us in the question. So 4 liters per hour, filling is 5 liters per hour. Yes. Now we need to find out the capacity of the tank, right? Without which we'd not be able to equate this with anything, right? So substitute this in one of these. I'm going to use this because it has a smaller number. Yes. So 6 into F. F is what? 5. So 6 into 5 would be 30, and 5 into 4 would be 20. Yes. So what is the work? 30 into 20 for 6 days. Yes, 30 minus 20, because draining pipes efficiency is minus, right? Into 6. So what is the work then? Work would be equal to 10 into 6, 60 units. Yes. Now I know for a fact that the work is 60 units, or if I want to consider it 60 liters, 60 gallons, whatever, right? Now I have to equate this with what? This. Why? Why should this be equal to 60? Because chain rule. Yes, this is the combined efficiency. Number of days, the work should always be the same because it's the same tank they're trying to fill. Yes. So what do I do now? Work is what? 2F minus 1D into X. I know the value of F is what? 5. So 2 into 5 is 10. D is 4. Yes. So 2 into 5 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 into X is what I have to do, right? Or 6X is equal to 60 days. If I cancel this out, 6 and 60, what do I get? 10 days. So X is what? 10 days, which basically means what? With 2 filling pipes and 1 draining pipe, I can actually do the work in 10 days. Got it? Any confusions here, guys? Anyone? Yes, correct, Ashish. Super. Great, Vibhor. Yes, that's the idea here, right? That's something that you have to know. Very good, guys. So here exactly. So here the most time consuming thing is what? To follow the flow, right? You have to follow this flow. You have to first work upon finding this ratio, right? So this should be our first task. Yes, use this ratio to find out the work if you want to do it that way. Otherwise, you can also substitute it here. Yes, so 6F you can find out. 1F is 5D by 4. So 6F would be what? 5D by 4 into 6, which is 15 by 2, right? 15 by 2. You can also do that if you want, but then I'd rather not do that, because then you'd get involved in another variable, right? So what we are doing is removing the entire concept of variable here. Yes. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you think this question deserves 90 seconds? Of course, right? Though the question is not very complex to understand, but it takes time to do the calculation. Yes. And to be frank, none of these calculations are worth a calculator. So do not, make yourself used to a calculator. Do these small calculations mentally. Yeah. Superb, guys. Superb. Okay. Girish, why minus? Okay. Vibhor has answered it. Yes. Ashish. The reason behind minus is because this is doing positive work. The filling pipe is doing what? Filling the tank. The draining pipe is doing what? Emptying it. So opposite work. Yes. So again, in the second lecture, I've told you that if there are opposite works, if there are two works that are done in the opposite directions, one has to be positive, the other has to be negative. Yes. Great. Okay. Now the reason is, if you do not use minus here, right? If you do not use minus here, if you use plus also, the thing would remain the same, because ultimately you would get what? 4F would be equal to minus 5D. That's it. No big difference, right? Ultimately here it will be plus, so it will anyway be minus. I just took this opportunity and did it before itself. That's it. Yes, just try to anticipate it and did it before. Simple as that, right? Any confusions here, guys? Any questions? Is there any part of it that you think that's or nahi yaar ye to nahi ho payega? Yeah. So what's the deal here? The chain rule. What is the chain rule? The product of the efficiency and the time, right? Over the work. So if you know what the work is in terms of actual units, yes, this ratio should be the same. This should be maintained in every scenario. Yes, every situation, this should be maintained. Provided they're talking about the same kind of work, also provided that the people or the efficiencies are in similar manner, time is in similar manner, right? Yes. Superb. So this is the chain rule. This is what helped us answer this question. Yes. I think we've solved this question really, very neatly. Yes, without any much of disturbance, without much of confusions as well, right? So do you think we deserve a celebration here? What do you guys say? Should we go ahead? Should we raise up our bottles and celebrate for this question? Though not a very big achievement, right? Though not Mount Everest that we've climbed, but then, smaller hills also matter, right? Yeah. So cheers to you guys. Anyone who's gotten the answer, very good. Anyone who hasn't, don't worry, you're learning and you will surely learn. Yes, cheers. Superb, guys, superb. Now, we've answered a question, we've forgotten the question. Now we are ready to move on to the next one. Yes. Great. Superb, superb. All right, guys. All right. All right. So let's go to the next question now. Yes. Are you all ready? Have you forgotten this? When I say forgotten, don't forget everything, right? Keep this in mind, of course. Yes. Forget the essence of it. I mean, don't forget the essence of it. Forget the details of it. That's it. Yes. Okay. My next question is going to be up. 90 seconds on. The timer is all ready. Yes. Hi, Rupali. Good evening. If you've just joined us now, don't worry. We are just in the second question. Most welcome. Great. So my second question on the screen right now, the timer has started. Go guys. Again, 2018's question from the second slot. This, ladies and gentlemen, will take more than 90 seconds. Yes, this will not only drain out all the water from your body in terms of sweat. ये सिर्फ पसीना नहीं है, आंसू निकालेगा ये वाला question. Yes. Ansh, hi. You want to know about today? Acha, with the topics. Okay. How would you catch up, guys? These live videos are available, right? All you have to do is subscribe to Unacademy's CAT channel. Go through the playlists. Yes, each topic is a playlist. You can go through the playlist and you'll be able to catch up with all of it. Yes, Ansh. I think that helps. Yes. Go through the previous videos. Everything is available there. Yeah. Great. So guys, what do you think? Your 90 seconds are up. Yes, you've exhausted them completely. How many of you are, very close to the answer? Let's say 50%. Anyone who's reached one half of the answer, Sam, I'm almost there. Give me some more time. I'd be able to do it. Because beyond 90 seconds, every second that you spend, you're ripping off the next question's 90 seconds. Yes, you are snatching that deserved time from the next question, right? You have to keep that in mind, not more than 90 seconds. Ayush says the answer is option C, 4:48 p.m. Okay, Ayush, great. How about others? Exactly, Ashish. Yes. आओ आओ कोई नहीं मैं वेट करूंगा If you tell me that you are about to get the answer, Yes. Ajju is making me wait. Ashish is making me wait. Vibhor is making me wait. Anuj is making me wait. What are you guys doing? आज सारे प्रधानमंत्री बन गए, सब बोल रहे वेट करो, 16 तक वेट करो, हम बताएंगे कब खुलेगा, खुलेगा कि नहीं. Okay, Ashish also says the answer is 448. Okay, all right. Vibhor says the answer is B, 424. Superb. Others? Okay, do you want me to reveal that? Okay, all right, guys. The answer is option B, 4:24 p.m. Yes. I think if you've gotten 448, there should have been some small, some minute calculation error, right? Otherwise, this shouldn't be your answer. Prince's answer is right as well. Super, Prince. Shraddha, Ayush, Ashish, you'll have to check your answers. 4:48 p.m. is not right. Check if you've made some mistake with the calculation. Yes. Anjali's answer is right. Anuj's answer is right as well. Superb, guys. Superb. Yeah. Though you've taken 3 minutes to get this answer right, twice the amount of time that should actually be taken. No issues. No issues. All right. So let's see how we would answer this question. Right. Aju's answer is right as well. Superb, Aju. Great, let's look at this question. It says a tank is emptied every day at a fixed time point. Right, this is very important for us to understand that at some point in the day, right, at some point in the day, right, at some time, this particular tank is emptied. Yes. Immediately thereafter, either pump A or pump B or both start working until the tank is full. So what's the work that these pipes do? All are doing positive work only. Okay, A is doing the task of filling the pipe, filling the tank. B also fills the tank. So no negative work here. On Monday, A alone can complete filling the tank at 8 p.m., which means that whatever time they start, it will be filled at 8 p.m. On Tuesday, B alone can fill it at 6 p.m. Whatever time, 6 p.m. So here, if you see, at any time they start, let's just assume that they're starting at 12 o'clock, right? A takes from 12 to 8, 8 hours. B takes from 12 to 6, 6 hours. So do you see how A takes more time, right? Time of A is more than that of time of B, right? So you have to keep that in mind. Yes. Okay. On Wednesday, A alone worked till 5 p.m. and then B worked from 5 to 7. Now this is what would help us get the answer real quick, right? What time was the tank filled on Thursday? So they're asking for a fresh day. If both pumps were used simultaneously all along, so both A and B working together, how long would it take? Yes. Okay. So for this, now if you look at the answer choice also, okay, even if you look at the answer choice, they're not in terms of hours, right? They're in terms of PM, the time, which means we should know what is the starting time. Yes. How would we be able to get the starting time? We should either know at what time A started, or at least the amount of time A has taken, because we know the end time, or B's time, any one of these. Yes. Now, how do I find this? Using this particular piece of information, because here we know that B clearly takes what, 5 to 7 p.m., which means 2 hours. This is the only place where we know actual time in terms of hours, right? So 2 hours. Let's see how we would answer this question though, right? So here is what is given to us, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, A in terms of hours, B in terms of hours, right? So if we consider, right, how much ever time A takes on Monday to be, let's say A or N, whatever, right? Let's consider it N. Yes. So if N is the amount of time taken by A on Monday, that is whatever starting time till 8 p.m., right? On Tuesday, B would have taken what? 2 hours less. Do you agree? Correct, Ashish. Yes, B takes 2 hours less than A. So if I consider this to be N, then on Tuesday, B would take 2 hours less. Why? Because he completes this particular pipe completes filling the tank at 6 p.m. itself, which means 2 hours before this, right? So N minus 2 hours. What happens on Wednesday though? What happens on Wednesday? Yes, till 5 p.m. Till 5 p.m. Wednesday works, right? A works till 5 p.m., which means N minus 3 hours it works, but it does not complete the tank. Yes, who completes the tank? B completes the tank in what? 2 hours. Yes. So we know for a fact that 2 hours B completed the time. Yes. Now, this 2 hours of work, right? This 2 hours of work, yes, is compensation for what? So A was first opened and then closed before 3 hours before its actual time, and then B was opened. So these 2 hours of B was actually a compensation for 3 hours of A. Do you agree? If this minus 3 didn't happen, then this 2 wouldn't have happened. Yes, so can I say 3 hours of A is the same as 2 hours of B? Yes. So what's the ratio of their time? A is to B, 3 is to 2. This is the ratio of their time. Okay, time. Ratio of A is to B is what? 3 is to 2. Yes. This is something that we've understood, right? Now let's move on. What do we have to establish here? This ratio. Yes. This is a ratio. These are not the actual times, 3 hours, 2 hours. No, this is the ratio of their times. But what? Ratio of time taken by A on Monday, that is N, and time taken by B on Tuesday, that is N minus 2. That is their individual times. Yes. So individual times ratio is what? 3 by 2. Now this is very important. This is what will help us get to the answer. Otherwise, this is a very frustrating question. Okay, this will drain up all the energy you have. So this is the breakthrough point. Yes, okay. So what do we know? This is the ratio. Now if I cross multiply, I'd get what? 2n would be equal to 3n minus 6. Yes, I cross multiply. Ultimately, what would happen? 3n minus 2n would be n, which would be equal to 6. So what do I know? N is equal to 6. Yes, n is equal to 6, which basically means what? A takes 6 hours. Yes, and B takes 6 minus 2, 4 hours to fill it. Correct? So this is surely a relief. Yeah. Now, what do we have to know? What is the starting point? Yes. At what time in the day do they start? Why? Because answer choices are in PMs and AMs, right? So 8 hours. So A takes 8 hours, sorry, till 8 p.m., right? Till 8 p.m., A fills the tank. And if it starts 6 hours before that, which means what is the starting time? 2 p.m. Got it? Yes, so 2 p.m. is the starting point every day. Now I have the numbers here: 6 hours to fill a tank, 4 hours to fill a tank. Yes, I can use fractions here, or if you were one of my kind, you would use LCM method. Even better, the shortcut. I don't know if you remember the shortcut I told you in the first lecture. The shortcut is what? Time. When individual times are given and they're working together without any skipping, without any special cases, special conditions, then time is what? A into B by A plus B, which is what? 6 into 4 by 6 plus 4, which is 24 by 10, that is 2.4 hours, or 2 by 5 hours. Yes, so if I cancel this out, I'd get what? 12 by 5. Yes, 5 2 times is 10, so that can be removed, remaining 2 by 5 hours. Right now this 2 by 5 hours is what is important. Yes, because the 2 hours is there everywhere. All answer choices, if you notice, right, all answer choices, if you notice, yes, does have 4 o'clock. Yes, here are the answer choices, all 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, which means this 2 by 5 is what would matter. Yes, so how do you convert 2 by 5 into minutes? You have two choices: either just multiply it with what? 60. Why? Because every hour is 60 minutes. You want it in terms of minutes now. Yes, which is what? 12 into 2, 24 minutes. Got it? Or if it, even if you don't want to actually convert it, because the answer choice are placed so far apart, right? 2/5 is a little less than 50 percentage. Do you agree? If it were 2.5 by 5, 50 percentage, 2/5 is a little less than 50 percentage, which means 50 percentage of an hour is what? 30 minutes. A little less than 30 minutes is what? 24 minutes. What's my answer? Option B, 4:24 p.m. Got it? Yes. हाँ विभोर, माथापच्ची तो हो ही गया, because 2018 का क्वेश्चन है, right? So if at all you're praying, right, if at all you're praying, pray ke your question, the 2020's quantitative aptitude section is not like 2018's. That's the only prayer you have to do. Baki, you can do it. I have the confidence in all of you, right? I also have a little confidence in me that I can make you do that. Yes, but pray कि 2018 जैसा question paper ना हो, right? Vibhor, of course. See, this question is not TITA also. It is very risky to deal with it. But just that the starting point is what matters, right? The starting point. Yes, once you've started a course here, then the question is very simple to deal with. Yes. Vibhor, A is to B in terms of efficiency is 2 is to 3. Yes, I'm going with the time only, directly with the time, not with efficiency. Because N is the time, not the efficiency. Got it? Okay, you've got that already. Okay. Superb, guys, superb, great. Ashish, you can also do that. Whatever that works for you, buddy. Whatever that works for you. Yes. Okay. Will I be able to crack CAT because I've left math 4 years ago? You obviously can. Yes. It's like riding a bicycle, guys. Mathematics is like riding a bicycle. Provided you've learned riding a bicycle practically. Yes. So if you've learned riding a bicycle properly, then what happens? Even after few years of forgetting it, the moment you sit on it, you can again ride. A little, one or two places you will fall, one or two places you will stumble and all that, but you'll again get the flow immediately. Right? Mathematics is just like that. You have a long break, doesn't matter because the concepts are very basic concepts. Yes. Questions are complicated. I agree. I will give you that. Right? Questions are complicated. Concepts are very simple. Yes. Superb, guys. Great. So Balram wants the next question, but Balram has forgotten. Before we go to the next question, we take a quick sip because, guys, this was actually a deal breaker, right? This question was, phew. Vibhor, exactly, right? So I know your prayer would be very long in that case, right? You'll have to pray for 2020's CAT not to have 2018's QA and not to have 2019's VARC. Yes. Okay, guys, if you are ready now for the next question, let's move on. Yes. I'm gonna go to the next question. I have my hand on it, right? I have my hand on the timer also. Are you guys ready though? Yes. All I want to know is if you are ready. Ocha, you already Balram, you have to you can't. Acha, I don't know if forget it. If you've maintained the culture, then okay, then I'm okay with it. You drink before me, after me, I don't care. Yeah. Okay, chalo. The next question is on the screen, guys. My timer has also begun. 90 seconds on the clock. The next question was from 2019's first lot, which is actually a relief, to be frank. It's not from 2018, as long as that's the fact, it's a relief. Yes, so this question is very much doable. This question is something that you can easily go ahead with. Yes. So go ahead, let me know what your answers are. Yes, the 30 seconds are already done. Answers, guys, answers. Great, I'm getting some answers. Shailendra, hi Shailendra, I think we haven't met. Yes, your time is up, guys. If you are still worried about that, your time's up. Shailendra, hi. He says answer is C, 24. Vibhor says answer is A, 18. Anjali says option A is the right answer according to her as well. Okay. Ritviz, Thandi Hawa. Hi, I hope that is your actual. Is that your actual name? I don't know. Okay, so Ritwis says A, Anuj says A, Aju says A as well. Super. This is a very simple question, guys. Very simple. It is actually extremely simple if you've already solved the first question. Yes, first question that we saw, 2018 ka first question that we saw today. Similar concept. Yes. Shraddha has gotten the answer as well. Very good, very good. Super. Yes, guys, the answer is option A, 18. If you have the same answer, if you've gotten the same answer as A, 18, yes, 18 days, if that's your answer, then quickly go ahead, like this video. Yes, because now you've mastered these questions, right? And to be frank, guys, to be frank, take it 17, 18, or 19. You have at least one question that deals with chain rule. Yes, this one does it too. Yeah, so great. Balram, Ayush, Shraddha, superb guys, superb. Sabka answer A आया है, which means we've done a very good job in understanding chain rule. Yes. So let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Let's try and look at the question. A and B together finish a task in 12 days. Okay. If A had worked half as efficiently, which means if A's efficiency is A, then if he works at A by 2 and B has worked thrice as efficiently, if B's efficiency is B, then now he's working at 3B. Yes, the task would have completed in 9 days. Okay. How many days would A take to finish the task if she alone works at her usual efficiency? So A alone is working for X days. We have to find out how much time would it take. Yes, very simple solution. A's efficiency into X is what we have to do to find the work. But our task is not to find the work. Our task is to find what X is in terms of days, right? So what do we know? A plus B working for 12 days is the same as A by 2 plus 3B working for 9 days. Yeah. So what we can do to simplify here, 3 4 times and 3 3 times, we've cancelled this out. Now let's multiply inside. What would we get? 4A plus 4B would be equal to 3A by 2 plus 3 into 3, 9B. Yes, superb. So now with this, we can easily find out what the ratio of A and B's efficiency. Yeah. So if I take A here, what do I get? 4A minus 3A by 2. 3A by 2 you can actually consider as 1.5A. So 4 minus 1.5 would be what? 2.5, which is nothing but 5 by 2A. And 4B, if I take it there, I get 5B. So 5A by 2 is equal to 5B, or in other words, B is equal to what? A by 2. Yes, B is equal to A by 2. Yeah, this would be very helpful for us to get the answer, because if we substitute that here, yes. Or if you want to deal with values, yes. So if I substitute the value of A to be 2, then I get B as 1, or the ratio, right? Ratio of A is to B is what? 1 is to 2, or in other words, A's value would be 2, B's value would turn out to be 1. Yes. Okay, now with this, if we move on, yes, find out the work. So substitute in one of these equations. I'm going to do it in the first one. Yes. What would I get? 2 plus 1, 3. Yes, 3 and 12 days. So 3 is their total efficiency working together. 3 units per day. Yes, or per hour, whatever it was. What do you get for 12 hours? For 12 days, you would get 36 units. Yes. So according to our assumption, according to this assumption, yes, the work is what? 36 units. Now, who should do this 36 units worth of work? A should do it. Yes. So A into X, A's efficiency according to us is what? 2. Yes. So 2 into X should be 36 units, or in other words, X should be 18 days. Got it? Yes. So what do we have? X to be 18, which is answer option A. So anyone who's gotten answer option A, 18 days, very good job, guys. Very good. If you haven't already liked this video, guys, go ahead and do that. Yes, because you've answered a question so beautifully, so in time, right? That's what matters. Yes, you know the concept, you've become so familiar with the concept, right? We've solved so many questions based on the concept from CAT also, right? Which means now you've absorbed this, right? This particular concept is etched in you. So another question, if I throw off the similar concept, would you be able to answer it or not? I want to know how confident you guys are feeling. Yes, I want to know how confident you guys are feeling about this concept. The chain rule, that is N1 T1 by W1 would be equal to N2 T2 by W2. How many of you are feeling confident about this? Yes, because I surely think from the first question, right? The amount of responses, the amount of right answers I got in the second one, they're way, way more, right? At least 400, 500 percentage, I think. Yes. So I think you guys have done a great job in understanding, but I want to know from your mouth how confident you're feeling about this. Yes. So Vibhor feels confident about it. Balram's confidence is also high. Very good. Girish, यही तो है ना बात, right? This is the thing, right? You fall down 7 times, you wake up eighth time, right? That's the idea here, right? You fall down 7 times, you have to get up the eighth time. Yes, that's what CAT is all about. Because here, the 34 questions would not go easy on you. Yes, not every question would go easy on you, right? It's okay though. It's okay though. एक दो question में थोड़ा it's okay to get emotionally involved, right? I always make sure that I don't get emotionally involved with the questions. Yes, personal, professional, dur dur rakhna hai, right? Great, super, very good, guys, very good. I'm so happy to see that you guys are so confident about this concept. Very nice, very nice. Now, although this was an easy question, most of you got the answer. Very nice, but still, my task is to celebrate your success, and I'm gonna do that this time. Yes. So this one is for you guys. Everyone who said the answer is option A, 18 days. This is for you. Cheers. All right. So here comes my next question. Yes, my next question is up. Yes, I've reset my timer also. Are you guys ready? Yes, there you go. 2019 again slot 1, which means this is the second question from 2019's first slot from time and work, guys, which means we already have bagged more than 6 marks in our 2020's CAT, if at all it follows the same suit as 2019. Let's just hope it does. Same concept, guys, same concept. Yes, now you have to start working on the time. Yes, we've already spent 30 seconds now. Yes, by now you should at least have the ratio, right? Have the ratio ready and you already have the answer. This is so simple question, very simple question. अगर ये क्वेश्चन आपके कैट 2020 में आ गया, if you come across, if you encounter a question like this in CAT 2020, that's the luckiest day you would have. Yes, very, very simple question. Very simple question. The Vibhor already has the answer, guys. Superb. Superb. In 50% of the time. Yes. Amazing, amazing task. Amazing task, Vibhor. Yes. 13 man, 13 hours, I understand, right? 13 days, whatever. Yes, 13 is the answer. Ultimately, with a question like this, there will be a text box under it, and all you have to do is type in the number. That's it. Days, men, machines, humans do not really care. Yes. Super. So Vibhor's answer is 13. Watch out, Vibhor, this should actually strike. Okay, okay. So if you've given the first slot last year, then this should be like deja vu for you, right? This is like ये question का शक्ल कहीं सुनेला लग रहा है kind of thing. Very nice. How about others, guys? ये बहुत ही simple question है, guys. Very simple question. 90 seconds we've exhausted. Actually, should not take 19 hours. Sorry, sorry, 90 minutes, seconds. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? 90 hours. You guys are taking so much time. It feels like it's been 90 hours. Oh, okay, okay, Vibhor. You should know one thing, that more dangerous or more stressful than the actual test is the after test discussion that we do, right? Because the moment you leave the examination hall, you know what kind of scores you would get. Yes, but the moment you start discussing with people, they either undervalue your score, right? You either start thinking कि भाई, I doubt if I'd be even in the first 50 percentile. I mean, bottom 50th percentile. Yes, or you would start thinking that your paper went so beautiful, 100th percentile to aana hi aana hai, right? Somewhere between that is what these guys do. Two extremes, right? This discussion. Okay, great. So a lot of you have answered. Very nice, Ajju. Very nice, Ritviz. Very nice, Anuj. Very nice, Amritesh. Balram क्या हो गया? गलत आंसर आया है? Okay, all right, let's see how we would answer this question, right? First things first, right? The moment you see two different kinds of, workers, right? You see men, you see machines, the first thing that should hit your mind is what? Yes, the chain rule. Yes, N1 T1 should be equal to N2 T2 provided they're doing the same work. Are they doing the same work? Of course, they're doing the same work. Yes. Okay, now what does it say? Three men and eight machines can finish a job. Men, machines, both are MM, right? So you can use X and Y if you want to, but I always refrain from using X and Y because you ought to remember that men is X, machine is Y. Yes. क्योंकि question में what they'll do is see here what they've done. Half the time taken by three machines and eight men. So if you consider it the same, right, in the same order X and Y, तब तो गलत हो गया. Because three men and eight machines, 3x and 8y cannot do the same work in half the time as 3x and 8y, right? So what I would suggest, guys, is do not use new variables. Instead, try and use a similar variable. Variable with the same words. Yes, same letters. Try to modify it, capital M, small m, whatever that works for you, or a special symbol or whatever, right? Okay, so what I have done, guys, is this. Okay, I've used MN for men and MC for machines. Yes, this will help me know that this is for men and this is for machines. Okay, so what they're saying, three men, eight machines can finish a job in half the time taken by three machines and eight men. If two machines can finish the job in 13 days, right? This is the key here, guys. This is the key. What do you know? Two machines can finish the work in 13 days. Yes, very important thing that will help you answer this question in less than 30 seconds, right? So first things first, what do we have to do? First things first, what do we have to do? We have to make sure that the ratio is found. Yes. So let's work towards that. Yes. What's the ratio? So this is not what we are expecting, right? What are we expecting? The question wants what? The question wants how many men can finish the job in 13 days, right? So how many men can finish the job in 13 days? Yes, that's the question. Okay, so let's move ahead. What do we know? Three men and eight machines. Yes, they can do the work in half the time. Since I didn't want half to be brought in here, right? What I've considered is if they take 1 hour, these guys would take 2 hours, double the time. Yes, got it. Okay, so now if I start solving this, what would I get? 3 into 2, 6 machines and 16 men, yes, would be equal to 3 machines and 8 men. I want to bring machines on one end and men on one end. So what would I do? If I bring men on one end, I'd get 16 minus 3, 13 men, and I would get what? 2 machines. Yes, so what do I know? 2 machines are equal to 13 men. Yes, 2 machines are equal to 13 men. Now, this is where I want you to stop for a while. Yes, stop for a while and then start thinking what the question was. Yes, the moment you start getting on the flow, right, do not let the flow take you along with it, right? You have to be the controller there, right? The question or the way you solve should not be the controller. Do you understand, right? You have to be the sailor of your own boat. Do you understand that? Yes. So you have to decide after this point, should I go on finding out, should I go on substitute, two men would be equal to 13 machines. Should I do that, or what should I do, right? Should I substitute the efficiencies here or something? Yes. Do not force yourself into doing that, because the question says what? There is a given fact in the question that says two machines can do the work in 13 days. Yes. So we already have this thing sorted out, guys. Two machines can do the work in 13 days. We know two machines are equal to 13 men. All I want to find is what? In 13 days, how many men would be able to do? So this, if you see, this would remain the same. 13 days, right? What do we have to find? What can replace two machines? What can replace two machines, guys? 13 men. Do you see here, right? What can replace? So we know 13 days, this is the same. We only have to replace two machines with some men, and we know by as a fact in this ratio, right, in this equation, that two machines are the same as 13 men. That's it. Yes, task done. So what's the answer? 13 men. Yeah. Superb, guys. Superb. I'm feeling the energy now, right? Like people are actually communicating with me. So many days the communication was not, that good between us, right? But great, great. We're getting to know each other. नमन नमन मोटिवेशन वीडियो बनाओ. क्यों भाई, क्या हो गया? Why is your motivation down? Why is your morale down? What happened? What should be done to bring up your will? Yes, I hope the small celebration will surely help you do that, right? So guys, this one is for Naman Saini's motivation, Naman Saini's will to continue. Yes, cheers to you, Naman, and cheers to your motivation. So superb, guys, superb. So again, another question from, if you notice, this is another question from chain rule, right? Another question from chain rule, which basically means that there should be so much importance given to chain rule. Yes, CAT does give that importance to chain rule, right? Great, superb. Thank you, Anuj. Thank you so much, man. Which chapter would you take up next? Okay, nice question. I think we should, postpone this question towards the end of the session now. Okay. Ah, Balram. Okay, okay. No issues, buddy. These are their efficiencies. Of course they are, right? Super, great. So now we have completed 4 questions, guys. Yes, thoda sa, right? Let's stretch ourselves a little bit, right? All right. So are you ready for the next question? Yes. Come on, guys. Quickly tell me. Send me a yes. Send me some kind of, energy, some kind of vibe, because my energy is getting drained now. Yes. And I will reflect, right? My energy would completely reflect your energy. So are you guys ready for the next question? Yes. How are you feeling about time and work altogether? अब थोड़ा लग रहा होगा आपको कि I think CAT 2020 is not that difficult, right? So there will be some high points in your learning. There will be some low points in your learning. Yes, that's the way of that's the way of the curve, right? That's how the curve works. Yes, some concepts that you've understood so well, right? The curve would be at the peak, and sometimes it will drop, but it's okay. The idea here is to maintain the average. Yes, the average should be maintained. Yes, superb, superb. Now I've gotten the energy. Balram, buddy, you've read my mind. Yes, the next question is the last question. Yes, but we've covered everything from 2019, so I think that should be it, right? Great. Up 2020 के questions, if I start discussing, guys, then case हो जाएगा मेरे पे. Okay, so next question on the screen, guys. Your timer is ready as well. 90 seconds on the clock. Very, very brilliant question. Very brilliant question. Again, this question has this one small part, right? One small piece of information in this question that will help you answer the entire question. Very simple question. This was in the second slot of CAT 2019. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. 30 seconds up. 30 seconds up. By now your approach should be ready, and you should be somewhere at least 25 percentage towards the answer. Yes, this question is all about perception. This question is completely about perception. 50% of the time you've exhausted, guys. Come on, answers dena chalu kar do, guys. I know a lot of you would have gotten the answer by now. If you have gotten the answer, send quickly to me. Okay, guys, last 5 seconds left. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Answer bhejo, guys. Come on. Vibhor has sent the answer. Vibhor has sent the answer. Vibhor says Tera is the right answer. 13 is the right answer. 13 days. Anjali says C, 15 days. Rachna says 13. Hi, Rachna. I haven't seen you from the beginning. Are you suddenly coming for the last question alone? You're like, sir, पूरा picture देखने का मन नहीं है. I'm okay if I see the climax and then just move out. Okay. Ajju says the answer is A13. Very nice. Uh, Anjali, you'll have to check your answer a little bit, right? Just check a little bit. One small place you would have made a mistake. Don't worry, not a big deal. But just try and understand that this is MCQ. Yes, one small mistake you make on your calculation, that will have a big repercussion, right? The consequence of that would be very strong. You will not only lose this question, ये question बहुत easy है guys. This question is very easy for CAT, right? You will not only lose this question, but you'll also lose an extra mark, which means you already lost 3 marks out of for this, and you lose another one, right? So there's a loss of 4 marks there. Yes. Prince's answer is right. Adharva's answer is right. Superb, superb, guys. Balram's answer is right. Great going, guys. Answer is A13. Yes. Let's see how we would solve this question, right? Like I said, all this question depends upon, right? All this question depends upon is one piece of information. Yes, that will help you get the total answer. Yes. Okay, let's look at this. Anil can do a job in 20 days. Sunil can do it in 40 days. Anil starts the job, and after 3 days, Sunil joins him. So what's happening here, guys? Partial work. Yes. Anil and Sunil are not working throughout. Yes, but they're working partially. So first Anil works for 3 days, right? So this is the key here. For 3 days, Anil alone works. Yes, okay. Next, what happens? Then Sunil joins him again after few more days. So we do not know how long did Anil and Sunil work for. How many days we don't know, right? Some days, yes. What do we know? But we know that Bimal also joins them, which means how many ever days this is after that. Now we have not only Anil and Sunil, we also have Bimal joining them. Yes. What do we know about Bimal? That Bimal has done only 10% of the job. So working for how many ever days he's worked here, we do not know that either, right? We have to know, we know that Bimal has done what? 10% of the work. Yes, okay. Saying how many days was the job done. So what do we need? This total. Yes, the question is asking for this total. Yes. Super. So let's move on now. Let's see what do we know about the question, right? We know for a fact Anil can do it in 20 days, Sunil can do it in 40 days, Bimal ka we have no idea yet, no clue yet. Yes. So what do we do? Assume the work. Yes, always start with assuming a work. Let's say 40 units. Yes. If the work is 40 units, guys, yes, Anil can do it in 20 days, which means in 2 days he'd be done with it. Yes. Sunil can do it in 40 days, not 2 days. Efficiency is 2, which means 2 units every day. And Sunil can do it in 40 days, which means 1 unit every day. Yes. I think this was pretty much understood before that also. If you take the ratio 20 is to 40, you know the ratio of their time is 1 is to 2, and their efficiencies ratio would be what? 2 is to 1. So you didn't have to do this, but the reason why we have done this is because the question has a task. It has a term that says 10% of the work. So we need to know how much is the work, right? Okay, now what do we know? What do we know here? Hey, sorry guys. Yeah, so we know here that for the first 3 days, right? First 3 days, who works? Anil works. Yes, Anil works for the first 3 days. So in 1 day, Anil can do 2 units. In 3 days, he'd be able to do how many units? 2 units every day. 3 days, 6 units, correct? So Anil will do what? 2 units every day for 3 days, which is 6 units. Yes. So out of a total 40, out of the total 40, 6 units are completed by whom? Anil alone. So how many are remaining? 34 units. Yes. 34 units who has to do now? Later who joins? Anil and Sunil joins. Yes. They both combined they do the work. We know their efficiency is what? 2 units and 1 unit, which means every day they'll do 3 units. But then we do not know for how many days. Yes, this is unknown. Okay, so let's not dwell too long on the unknown. Let's look at what do we know. So after a few days, along with Anil and Sunil, Bimal also joins. Yes, Bimal also joins. We do not know how long. We do not know Bimal's efficiency, but what do we know, guys? We know Bimal does 10% of the work. Total work is 40 units. Out of that, if he does 10%, how much work has he done? 10% of 40 is what? Yes, guys, 10% of 40 would be how much? 4 units. Yes, super. So Bimal has done 4 units of work. We don't know how many days, we don't care for how long, right? Because now we know how much work is remaining. Yes. So what do we know now? Here, Anil, Sunil, right, and Bimal. So for now, forget Bimal, right? For now, forget Bimal. Let's remove his work from this entire equation, right? So how much is left now for Anil and Sunil together to do? If we assume Bimal was never a part of it and the work was not actually 40 units, it was 4 units less. It was only say 36 units, right? So out of 36 units, 6 units this guy does. These two guys together should do how many units, guys? 30 units, correct? So 30 units of work should be done by Anil and Sunil at what efficiency? 2 plus 1, 3. So what is time, guys? Can you quickly tell me what is time for this? The time would be what? Time is work over efficiency. Beautiful, right? Work over efficiency. Now you would be wondering, yes, yeah, the choice of going with the LCM method was a very, very good choice than going with fractions, because now we are able to deal in units, right? So we know the work is what? 30 units that is to be completed. What is their efficiency? 3. So how long would it take them? 10 days. Yes. In these 10 days only, in one of, some of these 10 days, Bimal would also have joined it. We don't really care about Bimal anymore because we've removed him out of the equation, right? He's that kacha goti with side chale jao, right? So now this part of the task, right? This part of the task, 10 days. The other part of the task, 3 days, right? This is the important part. 10 days this task, 3 days this task. So total time would be what? Total time would be 10 plus 3, 13 days. Got it? Yes. So here for this question, if you were looking for a breakthrough, right, a point that will help you get to the answer is what? This. Though we have removed Bimal out of the equation, but this is what has actually given us a perception here. Yes, this is a question that can actually be answered in 30-35 seconds, provided you get acquainted with partial work, you get acquainted with partial work and how efficiencies work that way, right? Super, super. Amir has a question. Oh, okay, thank you so much, Amir. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, man. This means a lot to me. Yes. Yes, of course, yes, yes, yes is the answer for your question also, right? Welcome to the session. First things first, yes, I will teach the complete syllabus. Come on, hands down, complete syllabus. That's what I'm here for. That's what all these guys are also here for, right? I will teach the complete syllabus. You don't have to worry about that. Yes, that's my aim. Yes. Sai Kiran wants the Telegram group's URL, which I'm going to give him right away, right? But before that, Sai Kiran, what I would want is a small celebration. Yes, not only for this question, guys. This celebration is not only for this question, but it is a celebration for this entire session. Also a celebration for all time and work questions from CAT 2017, 18, and 19. So cheers, big, big cheers to all of that. Yes, thank you so much, guys. Now, so Sai Kiran, if you see the URL has been sent to you, yes. Also, if you want me to give it to you, then here it is. The URL is tinyurl.com backslash Unacademy chat. This will lead you to a list of groups. You can join the CATS group if you're planning on taking the CAT. Yes, of course. And if you guys want to have a conversation with me, so in the beginning, some people were asking for my ID. Yes, this is my ID, Amit underscore Surana with A and S capital, because Amit Surana is my name. Yes, this is my Telegram ID, guys. Yes, you can always feel free to have a conversation with me. Yes, any confusions, any queries, any motivation also if you require, right? If you require any kind of motivation and if you think I can, persuade you into doing something, yes, Naman, you can any day, be my guest. Yes. So this is my Telegram ID. Yeah, okay. So before we move on, the next topic, right? Okay, so now you guys are asking question to me. Very good, very good. Let's change the things that we do in the class, right? Let's be on the other side of the table. Very nice. Yeah. What should be our next topic? Okay, so what should be our next topic? I'm gonna give you suggestions. Yes, I'll give you two options and you tell me what should it be, right? Should it be time, speed, and distance? Yes. Or should it be ratios and proportion? These are the two choices I am giving you. Yes, the janta will decide now. Time, speed, distance, or ratio and proportion? Yes. You tell me what should be taken. Number one or number two? Time, speed, distance, or ratio and proportion? Yes. Let me know, guys. Send in the chat what do you want, time, speed, distance as the next topic or ratio and proportion? Yes. Avik, it should not say site not reachable. I don't know why is it saying so. Yes, because I've tried it and it works. All you have to do is just click on the link that was sent earlier. There was a link that was sent earlier. Yes, by the channel. So all you have to do is click on that. Yes, Avik, also Cycrin. Great. So TSD, 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 5, 6, okay, 7, 8. ठीक है, let's do one thing. Anyway, I have planned. Acha, I don't know if this will turn out to be a bummer, but I have planned to take time, speed, distance. Yes, and it also looks like the crowd wants time, speed, distance. Yes, we'll deal with time, speed, distance tomorrow. Yes, and the moment we finish time, speed, distance, the next would be ratios and proportions, right? I understand ratios and proportions is one of the basic concepts. Yes, but the thing is, purely questions purely based on ratios and proportions do not come up very frequently, right? And there would not be any use or purpose of dealing with pure ratio proportion questions since we've already dealt with mixtures allegations, right? And we already know the concept of ratios and proportions, right? But still we will take ratios and proportions, but after time, speed, distance. Yes. And also the crowd has spoken, right? This is not my sole decision. Yes, Ritik, of course it does. The intensity again is as good as time and work mein ratio and proportion, right? Time and work mein jitna ratio and proportion ka importance tha, that's how much importance ratios have in TSD as well, right? So time, speed, distance it is, guys. I will see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. But before that, if you haven't already taken up the subscription, guys, I am insisting you to take it this time, right? This time I'm insisting you because, to be frank, if I were a student, I would take this. Yes, compared to everything outside available in the market, right? This seems like an investment, right? This is not you spending money, this is your investment. Apart from the live classes and the interaction that we are having right now, apart from that, yes, leaderboards, live polls will help you understand where you stand with respect to your competitors. It will also have a test series and analysis, guys, which is very important, right? Like I said, three things you will require: basic knowledge, general strategies and shortcuts, but practice is important, right? So the test series and the analysis is so beautifully done. It will let you know what are your weak areas, what are your strong areas, what should you work on, how much time you spent on every question and all that, right? And the deal breaker here is what, guys? Live doubt clearing sessions. Yeah, whenever you come across any question from any material, if you are not able to answer it, if you have some doubts, sir, ye step kaise aaya, wo kaise aaya, how would you answer this in a shortcut, right? All of that can be done using the live doubt clearing sessions. All you have to do is what? Take a picture, upload it, let me know that you've done it, and we can do it right away. Yes. And for all this, what you'll have to do, very simple steps: download the Unacademy's learning app, available on both Android as well as iOS. Yes, all you have to do then is go for the plus subscription. Since you're planning on taking CAT course, you could go ahead with that. If you have any friends and relatives planning on taking the other courses, you can go ahead and suggest them that as well, right? So when you take the subscription, yes, The 6 months one would seem very feasible at this point in time, but trust me, guys, take the 12 month, because you will not only take CAT. Yes, apart from CAT, you will always. So anyone who would be suggesting you to take up, entrance exams for MBA, right? CAT would not be the only thing, right? So with CAT comes ZAT, SNAP, and NMAT. Yes, so you'll blindly take that. If you're preparing for CAT, guys, if you're preparing for CAT, the other exams are something that can easily be taken. Yes, blindly be taken. Yes. In fact, I'd also suggest you to go ahead with GRE also if you want, because a lot of B schools also take that up, right? So all these tests, everything one package. Do you understand, right? So you'll not be preparing for separate tests. You'll be preparing for one test, but then this will be like, one arrow and so many, I don't know, eight tir das nishane, that kind of a thing. Yes. And the price, if you see, is so much affordable, right? Less than 1,500 a month is actually very much doable, guys, right? Your wallet will not feel light at all because of the EMI option, right? And to help you do that in a better way, in a more happier way, because Indians obviously we love discounts, right? So to help you keep your roots alive, if you use this code Surana Live, yes, if you use Surana Live, you would get a 10% discount on it also. Yes. Now, if you haven't already done it, guys, I'm suggesting you, in fact, this is my advice, take this up. Yes, it's a very affordable one, and the benefits are way beyond the count. Yes. Thank you very much for listening me today, guys. Thank you so much for the amount of patience and the amount of participation that you've shown. I will see you tomorrow again at 6:30 p.m. Yes, with time, speed, and distance. Until then, thank you very much. Do not forget to like this video before you leave. Do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy CAT and click the bell icon that will keep giving you notifications every time something is started. Yes. Also, make sure you're a part of the Telegram group. And if you have any questions, any conversation, general conversation, bhi karna, if you want someone to talk to, Amit Surana is always there, right? Until then, thank you very much, guys. Good night. I hope you have very sweet dreams, unlike 2018 ka CAT quantitative aptitude. Thank you so much.